They said his career might be over, but Malcolm Koonce just walked back onto the field like a man on a mission. Welcome back to Raiders OTA Week 2. And here's the headline every fan's been waiting for. Edge rusher, Malcolm Koonce has officially returned to practice. After tearing his ACL before last season even began, many wondered if we'd ever see him in silver and black again. But today, he's back, moving, focused, and looking like the beast we saw flashes of in late 2023. And just when you're getting into the hype. Before we dive deeper into this breaking update, make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and smash that bell icon so you never miss the latest Raiders news. Now, let's get back to it. Koonce had every reason to leave. Better contracts were on the table, and a fresh start somewhere else could have made sense. But no, he stayed. He chose the Raiders. He chose Maxx Crosby. He chose to fight. Coming back on a one-year, prove-it deal? That says everything about the kind of warrior he is. He's built trust with defensive line coach Rob Leonard and coordinator Patrick Graham. And now he's got one goal in mind: redemption. Just imagine this. Koonce on one side, Crosby on the other. Offensive lines, beware. Raider Nation, we might just be witnessing the comeback story of the year. There's a new name buzzing around Raiders camp, and it's rookie wide receiver Dante Thornton Jr. At OTAs, Thornton has been nothing short of impressive, quickly earning the respect of veterans and coaches alike. Maxx Crosby, the heart of the Raiders' defense, didn't hesitate to name him as one of the standout rookies, even with offensive talent like Ashton Jeanty and Jack Beck on the field. That says a lot. But the praise didn't stop there. WR1 Jakobi Meyers also spoke highly of the rookie, admitting he didn't know much about Thornton before camp. But that's changed fast. He's not just fast, the guy's got real receiver skills. I'm excited to help him grow, said Meyers. And then there's Chip Kelly, the Raiders' offensive coordinator, who broke it down even further. At just under 6 feet 5 inches and with 4.3 speed, Thornton has a rare mix of size and explosiveness. As Kelly put it, there aren't many humans like that. If you had to build the ideal outside receiver, this is what you'd want: length, catch radius, and serious speed. His ability to drop his hips, explode out of cuts, and stretch the field vertically has coaches watching closely, and defenses already taking notes. Thornton isn't just a rookie, he's a rising weapon, and Raider Nation might be witnessing the birth of a star. Dante Thornton Jr. isn't just making noise, he's making a real case to earn a starting role in the Raiders' offense. Veteran Maxx Crosby didn't hold back, comparing Thornton's potential to that of Martavis Bryant, a name Raider Nation knows well for his explosiveness. With training camp battles heating up, that kind of praise is no small thing. Right now, outside of Jakobi Meyers, the wide receiver depth chart is wide open, and Dante is seizing that opportunity. If he continues to flash his speed, route running, and big play ability, there's every reason to believe he could lock down a starting spot by week 1. But what's even more exciting is how stacked this offense is starting to look. With Brock Bowers, Trey Tucker, Jack Beck, Michael Mayer, and even Ashton Jeanty coming out of the backfield, a polished Dante Thornton would add serious firepower. If this unit clicks, the Raiders won't just be exciting, they'll be dangerous. Raider Nation, this offense is coming together fast, and Dante Thornton Jr. might just be the missing piece no one saw coming. Maxx Crosby is entering 2025 with something to prove, and Pro Football Focus might have just added fuel to the fire. PFF ranked Crosby as the 6th best edge rusher heading into the new season. They pointed to his injury-plagued 2024 campaign, where an ankle issue suffered in Week 2 lingered all year and eventually led to surgery. His PFF grade dropped to 74.3 with only 54 pressures, both his lowest since 2020. But here's what matters. When healthy, Maxx Crosby is elite. From 2021 to 2023, he never graded below 90.1 and averaged 94 pressures per season. Those numbers speak louder than rankings. Sure, players like Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, and even Nick Bosa were ranked higher. But let's be real. Crosby has a case to be in that top 3 conversation, and as Raiders fans know, he's not the type to forget a slight. With a healthy offseason and reinforcements like Malcolm Koonce and Christian Wilkins set to power up the defensive front, Crosby's poised to come back stronger and hungrier than ever. Don't be surprised if he ends 2025 as the best edge rusher in the league. I truly believe Max Crosby is on his way back to being a top 3 edge rusher in the league, maybe even top 2. And honestly, he might not be number 2 either. Yeah, I'm a Raider fan, but let's keep it real. A healthy Crosby is a nightmare for quarterbacks. Now let's talk about the energy at OTAs. It's different this year. You've got Pete Carroll bringing that legendary fire, hyping up the players and setting the tone. Even the rookies are feeding off it. Everything we're seeing and hearing, it's building up to something special. This team has the tools, a quarterback in place, a true RB1, explosive young receivers, dominant tight ends, and a defense ready to prove people wrong. The Raiders are built to surprise the league. I'm calling it now. This could be a playoff team, and if things click early, it might be more than that. So, Raider Nation, sound off. What do you think about Dante Thornton Jr.? Are you excited to see Malcolm Koonce back on the field? Who's your breakout pick for 2025? Drop your answers in the comments. I want to hear what you think. There's been a lot of noise coming out of Raiders OTAs, and this time, it's about running back Ashton Jeanty and a sudden change in his stance that had the media buzzing. So, who made the call? Some pointed fingers at Chip Kelly, but when asked directly, Kelly didn't hesitate to set the record straight. He didn't tell Jeanty, or any player, to switch their stance. In fact, Kelly was clear. I don't coach positions. That's not my job. Dan McCullough, our running backs coach, handles stance, steps, alignments, and techniques. Kelly simply gave Jeanty a relatable analogy about staying in a bent knee position, something every athlete needs to do to stay explosive. And somehow, that turned into a headline. Kelly kept it real. If you're running a flat route on Fred Warner, a guy who flies, you better be in position to move. It's all about putting guys in the best spot to succeed. As for Jeanty, the adjustment he made, just a few inches. No drama, no controversy. Just a young player taking coaching, learning fast, and gearing up to make plays in silver and black. That's the focus. Not rumors, not finger-pointing, just football, the Raiders' way. Let's be honest, whether Ashton Jeanty changed his stance by 3 inches or 3 feet, it's not the headline we should be focused on. Yes, some fans loved his original stance. It looked sharp, powerful, like a player ready to explode. But here's the real question. Can he dominate on Sundays? That's what matters to the Las Vegas Raiders. No one in the building is losing sleep over where his feet line up. If Jeanty's bursting through the line, racking up 100-yard games and punching it in for touchdowns, he could line up standing on one leg and nobody would care. The obsession with this stance shift, it's blown way out of proportion. The truth is simple. Jeanty's talent speaks louder than any technical tweak. If he delivers on the field like he did in college, then fans won't be talking about stances. They'll be chanting his name. This isn't about posture, it's about production. And Raider Nation knows, if Jeanty starts torching defenses, the rest of the league will be too busy game planning to worry about how he stands.